How's it going, everybody? My name's Damien and welcome back to another blue collar video. Alright, so I know the last video we put out right before AT, because you know, I got to do that, was that fuel tank for the 67 Dodge. But as much as I want to get into that, I got to take care of my work truck here. This is an 01 Ford F250, an XLT Super Duty type thing. It's got the 5.4 liter Triton in it, which I know they're horrible, but it's okay. Anyways, it's got the 4R100 transmission, I assume. Not too savvy with it yet. We'll figure that out. I'm pretty sure that's what it's rocking with, just because of what I've seen online. But who really knows until you dig into it. There's a few things I wanted to take care of today. One, the radio. It doesn't work. Two, and probably the most important, is the service. Okay, we got to do oils, filters, spark plugs. I'm not getting into the air filters. I don't know what to tell you. It's too expensive. Just the oils, filters, and spark plugs alone cost me almost $300, and I ain't doing it no more. All right. Last but not least, I do want to give this thing a wash. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's pretty dirty. I mean, it's honestly gross to touch a little bit, but I'm doing it for you guys. Okay. I don't take too good a care of this thing. Like I said, it is a work truck. I do want to keep it on the road. This thing has got well over 300,000 miles on it, and I don't expect too much besides just here and there with it sometimes. I do have a problem with it. It does have that shutter, torque converter shutter, I think is what it is, between 45-50 miles an hour, around 12 to 1500 RPM. When you're in like third or fourth gear, it starts shuttering a little bit. I'm thinking it's a torque converter shutter, because it only does it like going uphill. It doesn't, and when it changes gears, it'll, you know, it stops. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that shutter fix in there. You guys can pick that up at O'Reilly's for, I don't know, $12-15, something around there. I went ahead and picked up everything else, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let's do a walk around real fast. I'll pop the hood, show you the stuff that's going on with it, and we'll get into work. Alright, here's what we got, everybody. So you guys can see, it is the F250 XLT Super Duty with the V8 Triton motor that no one likes. I'll show you guys an inside in just a second, but we are a little beat up on the bottom. For me, it doesn't really matter. Man, it does need a wash, that's for sure. We do have a really big problem down here, though. Look at this. I guess they were hauling something before me and just bent it all to you know what. Anyways, let's keep moving. Ain't really nothing to see pretty back here. There's weird sticker that no one really cares about. Broken handle. We'll have to try to fix at some point. Yep, dented stuff. See how this one's supposed to look? Yeah, pretty different. That's a spare tire. For some reason, the actual tire is up there, and the cap for it's inside the truck. Keep on moving. This side's nowhere near as bad as the other one, because they like to hit everything on the other side for some reason. Missing a sticker. What a shame, what a shame. We got some stuff going on up top. I don't know if you guys can see up there or not. Hopefully. Some stuff going on. We had repainted parts here earlier. But yeah, work truck, it's not that bad. Let me go ahead and show you guys the inside. I've already started taking the dash apart a couple days ago. Here's what we got for the inside. Nothing to write home about, just here and there work stuff. I've changed speakers here and there, front and rear. That's why you can see the red. Yeah, pretty simple. I think this radio might actually be bad. I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to see, but I've already popped this off like I said. We pop this open, show you guys some of the parts we got. Oh, there's a wasp in here. Get out of here. I'll make sure to hit that with my head later. Anyways, we got Motorcraft spark plugs. These are gapped. I looked at them in the store at like 55, and I think they're like 53 or 54. They're pretty close. Close enough anyways. We got some of the shutter fix here that I'm hoping is going to help some of that torque converter shutter that I think I got going on here. We got a Wix oil filter. There's part number right there. And we got the automatic transmission filter and what should be the pan seal. And then we got obviously some 1540 laying down there. So other than that, the only thing we got going on in here is this automatic transmission fluid. This is the Muricon, not the Muricon V. I know the 5.4 Triton paired with the 4R100 is supposed to have Muricon V. But let me tell you something. First of all, that stuff's expensive, and from what I've been reading, secondly, I think that it was Muricon before Muricon V. So yeah, they probably changed it for a reason, but I can't get my hands on anything locally of Muricon V because it's only in quartz. Alright, we're going to start with the most important thing. Now, I've already taken a lot of this stuff off, and I've already disconnected a lot of these connectors because it takes a minute, and I don't have a stand for the GoPro yet, so I can't do it while you guys are watching me do it, okay? So, just wanted to let that be known. I did have a tripod out there, but it's only for my phone, unfortunately. What you're going to want to do with this is once you pop all this stuff off of the dash, you'll put the key in the ignition, hit the brake, drop it down, neutral or drive, grab a hold of this and finagle it until it finally moves out of the way. And then yours should look like mine. The only thing you got to worry about, these two connectors here, one connector in the middle, and then those two connectors there. Now, your radio could be different. It could be set in there in a certain way or whatever. That's something you'll have to figure out because it's going to be specific to whatever you got going on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pop the key out. This is what we're working with. I'm going to go ahead and take this radio out, make sure none of the wiring is messed up on it, and make sure it's getting voltages and stuff that it should be getting. Just to check that, I'm going to go grab the multimeter real quick, and once I test it for a little bit, I'll come back and show you guys what I found, because like I said, I can't do it at the same time as you guys are watching for right now. I know it's really crappy, but unfortunately that's just the way it's going to have to be. Also, it is super hot, so you're going to see me sweating quite a bit. That is what it is. All people do it. I hope you're okay with it, because it's going to happen. Anyways, I'm going to go grab the multimeter real quick. We're going to come over here and test some stuff and see what happens, see what we got going on, because I personally think that the radio just went bad. So, we'll see. Before I get too carried away, most of your radios have a fuse. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull the fuse. Let me see if I can do it with just my one hand. Come on, this is my strong hand. Don't put me to shame. Sometimes this fuse could be bad. Good thing. Lord, this thing is in there. Get out. Alright, we need a scheduled break. Be right back. Alright, there's two ways that you can test this ridiculously hard fuse to get out of this radio. Is one, take a peek at it. You see it in there? That little bitty thing? If it's broken, in between, you know, then the fuse is burnt out. Or you can get a multimeter and you can test the ends here, those two metal pieces, or what I'm holding you can also test for continuity, and if you hear a beep or the ohms read weird, it's bad. I can show you guys how to do that if you really want, but I don't think I have a fuse that's blown on hand. Normally I just throw them away, but how I normally do it is I look in here and I eyeball it, and there seems to be something of miscolor on the side of this one, so I might go get the multimeter and test it, and I'm going to do that, show you guys, okay? So, test it with eyeballs. It looked we don't know yet. Let's go get the multimeter. Okay, here we are with my multimeter here. I'm going to turn this around, and what you're going to look for is this little thing that looks like a horseshoe. That's going to be ohms, right? And when you turn this over here, you can see OL, overload, whatever you want. And to test to make sure that this works, let me see if I can also do this one-handed. You're going to take your leads here, and you're going to touch the two together. And it's not working. Sometimes this could be because of the battery, or it could be because your leads are bad, but that's why you test these, okay? So, I'm going to make sure that we got stuff going on here. Grab the leads again. There we are. So the leads are good. This thing was just not, I guess, clicked on right. Maybe it was like in between or whatever. But now we're gonna come over here I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed as well. And we're gonna try to test. Anyways, you could test these two like I was saying. This one is testing out good, so this is not the problem, unfortunately. If it was, then we would have some sort of short. We'd figure out the short and it would be too bad. I'm pretty sure it's this, okay? Now we can test some stuff in here, whatever, see what's going on, who knows. But yeah, let me get to do some wiring here and see what's up. Okay, pretend this tag isn't here, right? If you're gonna want to figure out what's going on in here, you look for a black wire, white wire, something around there. See if you can find a main positive and a negative. So right here, this bottom right one that my thumb's on is a negative, okay? And the two top right are both 12 volt constant, 12 volt switch, whichever. Those are both getting power. So now we know that we're getting power and ground from the connector to the radio. We know the switch is good, so I'm willing to bet that's bad. I was testing continuity throughout all these pins here. I'm not really sure what pin goes to what or what's supposed to hit what or whatever, but not a single freaking one of them had continuity between. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. But just for giggles and stuff, I'll put it back on there for now and see if it changed anything. If not, then we'll just get another radio, another head or whatever, and then plumb it in there. Well, I don't know about you guys, but you're not going to believe this. For some reason, when I plugged it back in, it decided to work. Watch this. You ain't going to believe it. What? Would you look at that? All I had to do was unplug it and plug it back in. Would you just look at that? That's what I'm talking about. Well, diagnosis complete. We're gonna freaking put this stuff back together real quick. I'm not gonna bore you with all that crap. Put it back in there to moderately correct, and yeah, it should be good to go. All right, we're all back together. Now that that's done, and I've sweated more than anybody should, I'm gonna go outside and pop the hood on this thing, show you guys a little bit of stuff that we're gonna be looking at, and then get to work on it too. Before I really start doing all the spark plugs, I am gonna start draining oils and stuff, so in between I'll kind of like oil there, spark plug, oil, you know what I'm saying, you know. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. I just want to let you know that we're getting into it. Don't freak out now. I'm freaking out for us because these spark plugs don't seem fun to me. So without any further crap, let's get up there, let's get to work. Alright. Pop the hood on this thing. This is the 5.4 I was telling you guys about. To get to the spark plugs, we're probably going to have to take this whole like air intake stuff off, or at least to here, because they're under these little individual coils. I hope I don't have any problems pulling those because I don't have a little puller for it, and sometimes I get stuck. But we got 4 on this side, all the way back over in there, which is going to be really fun to get to because it looks like there's a fuel rail and stuff on top of it, which I'm not excited about. And vice versa on this side, there's a bunch of stuff on this too. Why are you all loose? Seem to be missing volt. Anyways, we're gonna have to take all that off, get to it. Then we got you know what, let's check the oil and stuff on here. What are we looking at? Can you guys see what's going on there? We look a bit low. Let's go ahead and do the old finger. Well, there might be a little bit of fuel in there, but it's no big deal. Let's go ahead and try to look at this transmission fluid. A little bit dark, a little burnt. We're not going to worry about the fluid level because it's not running. Lovely. It's a little bit worn. She's a little bit red, dark, you know what I mean? But anyways, we're not going to worry about it because we're going to change it anyways. So let's get to it. Let's start getting under there, taking the drain plugs off, and hope to God the transmission's got one. And yeah. All right, we went ahead and got one side jacked up. And just looking under here, it doesn't look too bad. Let's see if I can show you guys what's going on. So you got oil filter, and then right next to it's the plug, and then right back there, yes, the transmission definitely has a drain plug, so that's good. While I'm under here, I'm just kind of looking around at some stuff. Nothing really pops out. I mean, steering wise anyways, there's some stuff that could be changed, but I ain't gonna do it right now. It works, so that's good. We're gonna get under here real quick, move this oil pan out of the way, and get to changing that real fast. Okay, so that oil is draining, and the 16 millimeter bolt that's in there, and then I used that oil filter wrench right there, and it all came right out. No big deal. But one day I'm going to show you guys how to change it without getting it all over your hands, but that day won't be today. Anyways, we throw the oil and stuff in here quick. No big deal. Of course, you guys should know how to do that, right? If not, you take that fancy cap off right here that says you know, 1520 or whatever. I'm using 1540, but also, I don't know if you guys know, when I was looking under here earlier, I said there wasn't really anything crazy to look at. Well, there is. Let me see if I can show you. Right back up underneath in there, I think you can see it, maybe not. There's a pretty big oil leak. I don't know if it's from like a valve cover or something. We'll figure that out in a bit. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my hand, and yeah, we'll get ready to put the filter and stuff back on there. And yeah, I'm one of those weirdos, before you guys even start complaining, I don't put a lot of oil in my filters, or really any. I just let it get oil when it gets it. A lot of y'all are gonna complain about that. I never really did care about it. It'll get oil, it builds pressure like it's supposed to, so yeah. Anyways, back to work here. Alright, we went ahead and put the drain plug back on there. Of course, you can see it right there. Go ahead and throw the wicks on here. Once I get some oil on that seal right there, go ahead and write down the mileage, and then, you know, at least a month in the year. And then here's that oil stuff I was telling you about back here. Kind of makes me think of a rear main, but then I'm like, well, it seems to be going upwards, so I might have to check like a valve cover or something up there. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that real quick since I was under here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish taking care of this. We're gonna be up top, put some oil in, and then back to the transmission. Well, believe you me, this is probably one of the cleanest things I've ever seen in my life. This transmission is so clean. Look at this. Of course, the fluid's real bad, but oop, you're supposed to pour it on the ground. Anyways, look at that. There's a little bit of stuff here, or a lot of stuff actually. But man, the inside of that thing is pretty clean. It's a shame to see all that, but what do you expect out of that many miles? We'll probably have to get another one of these days, but for now, I'm just gonna clean it, put some fluid in it, call it a day. All right, here we are getting ready to put some oil in there. It sure is taking a while. I wish I could, you know, do this and record at the same time for you guys. I really need to get a stand. I was hoping that mine would work with it, but it does not. So this video is going to be kind of weird because I don't have the stand. I can't show you everything, so it's a lot of back and forth. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this taken care of real quick. What is all over me? I don't know, can't see. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to get this taken care of and we'll be back. I'm probably going to postpone the spark plugs till tomorrow just because it's such a big job. And a buddy of mine's supposed to be coming over and I'm going to be helping him. So anyways, let me get it in there. We'll worry about the transmission fluid and stuff. Run it for a little bit, see how it goes, and then, yeah, that'll be it for today. Okay, we're all cleaned up. Looks a lot different in there. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like under here. Would you just look at that? It looks pretty neat, don't it? I don't know. What am I looking at? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the new gasket on here and then that filter, and we're good to go. I'll see you when I'm done. All right, it's a new day. Already sweating, been outside maybe 20 minutes. It's horrible. All right, regardless, we got everything done yesterday except for the spark plugs. You know, oils. It took a long time for me to do this transmission. I didn't know the exact amount to put in there, and it was kind of weird to read. I think I got it around the right mark, but it was, for some reason, dipstick's going this way, it would read this way. It wouldn't read this way. It would read, I don't understand. I put what I think is the right amount in there, and we're gonna go drive it later on and make sure that's the right amount. Flat surface, you know, all the bells and whistles. Anyways, we're gonna start the grueling process of changing the spark plugs on this thing, and it's not very easy. We talked about this once before. I got a lot of stuff I gotta take off. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this now. We're gonna shut this video off for just a few seconds, and then it'll be back into where all this is off and I'm starting to take them out. So I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys, after you take your little intake crap off of here and these two hoses that are here and here, once you get under here, you are going to have to pop the fuel rail. There's a screw here, or a bolt, sorry, bolt screw, can't really tell. Yeah, they're bolts, two of them, one here and one back there on the rail. And then you should be able to pop these injectors up maybe, or just the top piece there. Try not to mess up any of the O-rings that are going to be under there, but you have to pop it up to get these coils out of the way. Once the coils out of the way, then you can get down to the spark plugs, which are way down in there. So we're going to see if we can take that apart without breaking it, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got the injectors out. Didn't worry about taking them off or cleaning them too crazy. I sprayed some brake clean on them. But now it's time to try to take these out of here, these individual coils, and let me tell you something. These are not going to be fun. That's what I'm thinking. I really hope they're not stuck. I don't have the puller, but I got to get them out, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to try to do is pull them out by hand. If not, I might have to go to town and get a puller. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. It's my first time doing it, especially on this truck. I have no idea. But we're going to get this done together. Don't you worry a little thing about it, okay? All right. See you in a minute. Good. Good. What is that? Anyways, it looks like the third one here. We got 1, 2, tray. I don't know the firing order yet. We'll figure that out when we need to. But it's got some oil going on. So I don't know how to describe this. But it doesn't look good, I'll tell you that. Anyways, we're just gonna keep on going. I mean, what else are we gonna do here? Stop? No, sir. This is already taking too long. Anyways, I'm gonna go try to take the spark plugs out, and when they break, I'll be right back and tell you more about it. Okay, so the spark plugs are out of those little holes in there, all 4 of them. And it was a 5/8 with the 2 extensions. Now, if you got one long one that makes up these 2, then you'll need one. But look at these friggin' spark plugs. I don't know about you, but I've never seen anything quite like this in my life. This one's all blown to pieces. I don't even know, this one took a mud bath or something, and then this one's kind of okay. But I don't understand. Somebody help me. Is this why nobody likes these? I don't. This is ridiculous. I'm almost afraid to do the other side. The first one was not bad. I had hope. Second one, I was like, oh, you know, it's, you know. And then the third one, well, I just assumed just stop messing with it right there. But I had to, you know, curiosity killed the cat. I had to see the last one, unfortunately. And it was cleaner, but that third one really worries me. I'm probably going to do the right thing and just throw new plugs in it, call it a day. And whenever it blows up, it blows up. I don't know what to tell it. I didn't necessarily buy this truck knowing I was going to keep it forever. I just needed something for the time being. So, yeah. If anybody's got any news for me, tell me what that means over there. To me, it looks like it's going to blow up any time. Anyways, let's get back to this. Put new plugs on this side, put it all back together, and then start on the other side. All right, I got a little bit ahead of myself, but I went ahead and put those coils and everything back in there. Now they're not, I didn't put all the screws and stuff back in them, or the bolts, sorry. But I did put some of this anti-seize stuff on there. All it is just a little bottle of this crap right here, and you just rub it on the threads of the spark plugs. And when you put it back in there, hopefully when you go to take it out forever and a year away, or however fucking long it takes to change your spark plugs, they won't seize up on you. And I like to use this on exhaust bolts too, just so when you put it in there, hopefully one day it'll come out instead of snapping off. But that's what I wanted to do. I want to show you guys that real quick, and of course when I get to the other side over there, I can show you how to put it on there. It's not hard. Like I said, you just throw it around the threads real quick and it's good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to throw this rail and stuff back on here. This side should be done, and I did try to clean that out as good as I could. What I did is I got this rag right here and I wrapped it around the handle of this, shoved it down there and cleaned it. I did put the spark plug in there first just because I didn't want all that crap falling down in the cylinder. Oh, got a call. Be right back. Well, it's a good thing I got my dad around because I didn't pay attention enough to figure it out. But this number 2 right here had a helicoil on it. So I guess once upon a time one of those plugs blew out and they wound up rethreading it. And I didn't notice, but yeah, it's a helicoil threaded onto a spark plug, and we can't get this one off, so I'm going to have to go get another helicoil and see if we can do it that way. But for the time being, I think I'm going to be about done for today. I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch of these back in their respective spots, not really together. But for today, I think I'm going to be done. I started a little bit late, so we didn't get that much done. Tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and start that side, bright and early, probably not, but sometime midday. We'll start that side. And when we do get done with it, we'll go to the parts store, because we're already going to need 1 helicoil, so we might need 2, we might need 3, who knows. I'm going to go ahead and dive into that side. Then when we figure out everything we need, we'll take a trip to the parts store, go grab it, come back, fix the rest of the crap, put it all back together, and then we should be good to go. We've had a lot of really wild problems with this thing, and I don't even know why. It's kind of weird. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll finish the rest of this. All right, everybody. Day 3, and we're starting on the passenger side here. We're going to see how we're going to get all this crap off here. It looks like a PCV valve, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Pop that thing off. I don't really want to take this coolant line off here. I'm going to try to save on that. I'm going to see if I can take this off of here just as soon as I get that valve off. So this side might be pretty easy. Might have to take like this vacuum piece off to whatever the hell that is. And yeah, that might be it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take that off and see what happens. Alright, so this one was pretty much just as easy as I thought it was going to be. Vacuum line that went into here, which is this red deal. And then you got that other PCV, which I took off. It's actually right here. No big deal. And I have to get a new line for it though, because this one's pretty bent out of shape. Anyways, we do have a new injector back here. This white one. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but when we pull that out, I am going to make sure that we look and see what's going on, because maybe there's a spark plug failure, or maybe the injector just went bad. I'm not sure. But when we take these off, just like the last one, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, sure, like I said, I don't know the firing order for this. I didn't really look into it. Yes, I know you might be mad about that. I don't care. All right, I don't need to know it. Not for this anyways. We'll get back into that and take a special look into all this stuff. But just so you guys know what order I'm putting them in, because of this stuff right here. Okay, so just so you guys know. Okay, I got all these things out of those holes in there. Now the second one, this one, is being a little ornery. It got stuck in there, but I pulled out with some pliers. Now this boot's really messed up and it was starting to break, but I'm going to do the right thing and not replace it. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling these spark plugs out of here. This one looks a lot better than what that looked like. So I'm really hoping these plugs, they look pretty good, I hope. All right, I'm gonna show you what we're running into here. I hope you guys can see that. It's kind of weird to do with two cameras there, but that's that third spark plug that's all ate up with who knows what. Not real sure what's going on in there. It looks like just a bunch of crap on top of it, but I can't for the life of me get that 5/8 socket down there to grab on anything. So I'm sitting here trying to dig it out. What I think I'm gonna do is swap to the fourth one, try to get it out real quick, and then hop back over to the third just to make sure I don't have any problems there, because soon I'm gonna have to go to town. We're gonna have to pick up a threaded insert for one of those other spark plugs and see what we got. Okay, first, second, third, and fourth. Third one's the one that was giving me all the problems underneath that white coil there. Basically what I did is just spray some brake clean inside of there and use a screwdriver to mess it around. But basically what was holding me up is a bunch of buildup, bunch of crud. So you got it down just enough to get a wrench on it and mess that puppy up. I was using air as well. When I sprayed brake clean in there and mess it around, I'd just blow it right back out. So I blew it out before you took the plug out, so all that stuff didn't fall right back in there. And before I did that, I made sure to plug each individual hole off, so I didn't blow nothing in it. Even the other side, look at that. All right, what I'm gonna do is get ready, put these plugs back in there. Like I said, I am gonna use this this thread stuff right here, anti-seize lubricant around the threads, pop them all back in there, and then we'll have to go get that helicoil or threaded insert, whatever it is, and put it on there. So I'll probably see you guys by the time I get back from town way later in today. How's it going, everybody? We're back. Took us a little bit. We've been getting parts, and it was a weekend. I didn't do anything on the weekend. It was raining, but we're here nonetheless. I went ahead and got that spark threaded insert thing, whatever. I'll show you guys in just a second. But we're back to work. So let me go ahead and show you this stuff. So this is that Save a Thread spark plug port repair kit thing, and basically we're just gonna get one of these threaded inserts that's on here and put it on our new plug. That's right here. Do you see the difference? It's kind of hard to see in there. Anyways, what I'm thinking is we're going to use this one on the right here. You can buy this at O'Reilly's. Just so you guys know, it's like 50, 60 bucks. It's pretty expensive, but hopefully it'll do the job, and then we don't have to worry about it. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't put the old one back in there. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this stuff together. Put some of that, man, I forget the name of this crap every single time. What is this? What are you? Anti-seize lubricant. There it is. We'll put some of that on there. And yeah, we should be in business. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get it done real quick, and I'll show you guys the end result. Okay, I got it in there. It is the, let me see if you guys see, that's M14 by 1.25. And then you got this on the back here. I don't know if that's really going to help you none, but it's there. So instructions, crap like that, you don't need to see. By the way, iffy. I don't know if it's going to do it, but we're going to figure it out. I'm kind of afraid to tighten it too much because I really don't want to strip anything out. I was way too afraid to try to use the threader because if it fell down in there, I'd have to take the whole top of this thing apart, and I really don't want to do that. So yeah, we're going to see what happens. We're going to fly by the seat of our pants on this one and hope it doesn't explode. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys. If you guys are following along, please allow me to do this first. So if I mess it up, you guys don't do the same, and then we'll learn from it later. All right, I just blew out the air filter, wrote the date on it. I didn't change it, but at least I blew it out. It was really dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and cycle the key a few times, get some fuel back up here, and we're gonna check for some fuel leaks. Once we know the fuel leaks are non-existent, of course, you know me, they won't be, you know. Then we're gonna try to fire it up and see if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. If it makes any horrible noises, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear it. So, let's come over here. Let's get this key in the ignition, see what happens. Go ahead and turn you off. Alright, that fuel pump should be doing its thing. I'm going to turn it on one more time, go out there and look. Alright, any fuel leaks that we can see? Well, I'm not seeing anything pop out immediately. So, good Lord. Oh, goodness. I'm not seeing anything coming out where it shouldn't be. So what I think we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and try to start this thing and see what happens. We've already done all the oils and stuff. So it might take a second to start, but I cycled the key 3 times, so it shouldn't take too long. And it runs poorly. Let's go see what that's about. Wonder if it's because of the fuel and everything getting where it needs to be. No? Alright, well, we're gonna have to do some checking in just a second, see what's up. Okay, well, so far, we had one leak on an ejector, but it went off. I messed with it a little bit, it was fine. The hose that I put on that PCV valve right there, I guess made it really unhappy. I don't know why that was, but I put the original one back on it and it stopped acting up. The truck was idling a little bit weird here and there, but you just let it idle for a little bit, so I guess the computer can get a hold of all the information from the new crap we put in it. And then I guess it's okay. It's been idling for a minute. It's not making that horrible puffing noise that it was making for the longest time before, so maybe we clean that up, not really sure. Yeah, so far it's no codes, not anything crazy. Sorry for the music, for those of you that don't like that style. I do. It's my favorite. Anyways, yeah, I think that about wraps it up for this. It took way longer than it should have. I don't understand why this truck is so difficult. But I mean, it's done regardless, so who cares? We got the oil, transmission fluid, everything taken care of. Let's just check it off. It's a win. We won. 5.4 Tritons suck, okay? But we did it. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everything that you guys say, do. It's really great to hear from you guys. Thank you guys for everything. But as always, please like, subscribe, comment. Everything that helps the algorithm helps me and helps us grow the community a little bit. Thank you guys so much. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day.